Once you've opened the workbook or a blank workbook, this is the interface that you would see. And depending upon the version of Excel that you're using, you would see different number of sheets here at the bottom. If you're using Office 2016, 19, or Office 365, you will just see one sheet here. If you're using the earlier versions of Excel, you might see more than one sheet here, usually three sheets. The file in an Excel is called as a workbook. In Word, it is called as documents. In Excel, it is called as a workbook. So each file that you say is called as a workbook. Then we have cells. So if you see here right now, I am in cell D9. There's alphabet here. So these are the columns on top, A, B, C that you see. These are columns. And these are rows. So the intersection of the column and the row is the cell. So if you see here the intersection of column C and the row 4, you can also see that in the name box. So if I hover my mouse here, you can see that it says that this is a name box. So you can see the name of the cell that you are in through this name box, or you could easily say, okay, this is F3. Right now I'm in H9, I'm in J3. So the cell is the smallest unit in a workbook. So we have cell and a collection of cells. So for example, like this is a range of cells. So what is a range? A collection of cells is called as a range. So I could either, my range could be like this, or my range could be like this, or my range could be like this, or my range could be like this. So these are the ranges of cells. So we have ranges. So collection of cells are called as ranges. And then these alphabets, these are called as columns, and these numbers are called as rows. How do we select the entire column? Uh, I click, if you see, you will be able to notice that the arrow is changing. It is changing from white, and as soon as I go to the C, it changes into a black arrow, downward arrow. I click on this, it selects an entire row. Okay. I'm sorry. As I select that entire column, always get confused between the rows and columns. Okay, and this is the entire column. I click on this once again, the entire column gets selected. If I want to select the entire row, I click on the number again. I just click on this and it gets selected. Then we have right on top. So this is the title bar. In the title bar, there are a few things. So this is called as the quick access toolbar. If you want to access some of the tools quickly, you can add them here, which I will talk about little later. Then we have the name. So the name of this particular workbook, it is book 1. By default, whenever you open a new workbook, it is going to be book 1. If you open another workbook, it is going to be book 2, book 3, it is going to be like that until you name or save the file with a particular name. Then we have the search bar. Again, this is a new feature that they have added in Office 365, etc. And then we have the details of the product registration. This is registered to be. And then we have the ribbon display options. So let's assume I don't want this clutter. I want to remove everything. I just want to see these grid lines. So I can click on this, and there's an option called as auto hide ribbon. Basically, it is going to automatically hide the ribbon just like that. And we have enough space to work with. And if I want that to be enabled, so I can just click on this here, it comes back. And I click on the screen again, it disappears. If I wanted to enable it, so I click this, and now I will look at the show tabs option. So what this is going to do is it is just going to show the tab, and when I am in that particular tab, it is going to show me those commands. So these each icons or uh, things that icons or text that you see here are commands. So we have the title bar, we have the complete ribbon. Inside the ribbon, we have the tabs. Inside the tabs, we have the commands. Okay, so if I now want to, if I click again, if you see here, the ribbon is gone. If I want to enable both the tabs and the commands, we go back here. So each one of these, like I told you, are called as the commands. And these are toggles. What do I mean by toggle? So if I click on this, if you see there's a box around it, and if I click on that again, that box goes, which means it is deselected. This is select, and we click on it again, it is deselected. So this is the ribbon interface. The next one is, what else do we see here? So we have the name box, then we have, this is the formula bar. And if you see again, when I hover my mouse over this, it is telling me that this is the formula bar. I can enlarge the formula bar by just clicking on that and dragging it down. So if you see again, if you notice, there's a the icon changes as soon as I go there. It's white icon. If I go here, it changes. I click on it and drag it on top. So this is how I can reduce. Why would you want to increase it? Because there are at times people like write no, lengthy formulas, and for them to see that entire formula, you would have to do this, and that is why Excel has made that as an expansion. Okay. Next, what else do we see here? So we have the scroll bar. So if I want to scroll down, I keep going down. Then we have the horizontal scroll bar as well. When we have data to the right, we can keep doing that. Then we have the zoom control here. So I can either zoom in or out. So if I want to see certain numbers, values, or I want to look at the complete data, I can use these zoom options. And how do I add a sheet? So if you see here, there is a plus, there's a plus button here. I click on this and there's a new sheet which is added. And I'm going to give you the first shortcut key, and the shortcut key is to add a new sheet. And the shortcut key is Shift F11. Okay. F11 are the keys right on top. On top, you will have F1, F2, F3 like that. Now, again, depending upon the keyboard that you're using, sometimes F11 will not work directly. So you might have to press the Fn key on your keyboard. There might be a small Fn key. You might have to press that and press the F11 key. Might have to press that. So Shift, Fn and F11. So first try just with Shift and press F11 like this. If it gets added, great. Or else you hold down the Shift, Fn and F11. It gets added. Okay, so this is the first shortcut, which is to add a sheet. So that is about the interface. I want you to try this, and then we will move forward by opening the file. You can open a file and we will start from there. Thank you.